Hello friends, it is good to see you once again. I hope you're missing me as much as I am missing you, and all my friends at Navan Fort are missing you. At the moment, I am not at Navan. I am in a place called Corcreha, or Coostown, as you may know it. And I hope that I will soon be back at Owen with you all. Sitting by the fire, it reminds me of all the good times we've enjoyed in the dwelling and learning our stories and our history. And outside I'm going to tell you a story of how Navan Fort got its name, or Owen Macha as it's known as. Long ago there lived a great warrior and his name was Cronach, and he lived in the mountains. And one night there was a fateful storm and a silver mist appeared. And out of that mist appeared the most beautiful woman you've ever seen. And Cronach the widower fell in love with this woman, and they got married. And they were blessed, for they were soon to have a child. Not long before the child was due, Cronach received an invitation from King Conor MacNessa to join him at his feasting hall. Cronach didn't want to go, for his wife was so close to her date, but he couldn't refuse him. As a warrior of Conor, he must attend this feast. And so Cronach and his love went. It was worth it. The crack was mighty. There was as much food and as much drink as you could take. Enough food to make your belly explode and enough drink to make your head burst. Well, Cronach enjoyed the drink a bit too much, for his new love was the fastest woman he has ever seen. So fast, he kept telling everybody this. And his boasts got louder and louder until finally they reached the ear of King Conor, who erupted in fury. How dare Cronach sit in his feasting hall boasting that his woman was the fastest creature on earth when he had just acquired the two fastest Arabian horses in the world. Conor could take no more. He went to Cronach and said, "Cronach, you will boast no more. You will make this woman race." Cronach realised what he had done and realised his wife was due at any moment. He said, "Conor, you can't make her run against your horses. She is due her child any moment." Conor looked at him and he said, "She will run. For if she doesn't, you will die." What was Cronach to do? His wife looked at him and knew the answer. She had to race. They went to the fort. The horses were lined up with the chariot behind them, and the woman stood there, and everybody stood in anticipation. Conor lowered his hand and his horses leapt, bringing the chariot with them. Nobody had seen speed like it, but the woman stood there. And before people could say anything, she started to run so fast it was like lightning before them. She passed the horses and crossed the finish line. The horses were only halfway through the race. The woman collapsed to the ground. Conor ran over to her. Before he could speak to her, she gave out the pangs of labour. She lifted the earth and threw it down and gave birth to a child. She lifted the child and said, "With this child, when the men of Ulster are at peace, they will be the strongest in the world." Then she lifted the earth again and threw it down. "And with this child, when the men of Ulster are at war, they are at their weakest." She collapsed. Conor realised the mistake he had made, and he ran over to her and he said, "Woman, I owe you an apology, but please tell me, what is your name?" The woman looked at him and she said, "Conor, my name is Macha. Macha!" And at that point, she died. Conor realised the mistake he had made. And as a way of forgiveness and for everybody to remember this great woman, this place got renamed as Owen Macha, the twins of Macha. Dear friends, I hope that we will be reunited soon and that you all keep safe. Until then, farewell.